Well, hello. Holy cow. Is this thing on? Check, 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 check. Yeah, it's on. Oh, all right. But this is not straight. Hold on a second here. What's going on? Hold it. Okay, I got my mute button fixed. I know you're delighted to hear that. All right, let's see. We got a deal here. Edit. Move. There we go. There we go. Much better. Much better. Much better. Much better. Hello, Kyle. Welcome. Hello, Joe DeMax. Welcome. Your name was mentioned last Thursday that I know of in the vMix Mastermind group regarding central control. And Joe, we got to get you on the show. Man, where's your calendar? Where's my calendar? Yeah. Interesting show today. Have rearranged the studio, so not everything's going to work right the first time, I'm sure. Let's see. Where is the other? There's the other mic. The boom mic. And is that turned on? Nope. Now it is. Okay. Check, check, check. Let's see. Can we switch mics? Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Okay, that works. Now we need to be able to switch mics. So if that's the Hold on. Stay with me. Don't go anywhere. Hello, Rich. Good to see you. Glad to have you. We're working on a little shortcut thing here because we've only got a couple seconds left. Well, 6 minutes and 15 seconds. All right, so we're checking to see if we're using a particular shortcut, number 77, and that is audio for the boom mic. Yeah. So that's desktop mic off and on. Okay, let's see. Does that work? No, it's not the desktop mic, it's the boom mic. Okay, well that's good. All right. But it says desktop mic, so that's going to be confusing. So we need to fix that. Audio's easy, right? Right. Everybody nod their head and say yes. Audio is easy. So this is not the boom mic. This is the desktop mic. Where is desktop? There's the boom mic. There's the desktop mic. Okay, so this is going to turn the desktop mic off and on. And then that button right there, note 275, doesn't exist. Okay, so we're going to add it. And the function is going to be audio, and it's just going to be a toggle switch. That's going to be assigned to the boom mic. So whatever state the mic is in, it's going to change it to the other state. That works. Now I'm not going to know. Can I see? Is there a way I can see this? Probably not. Enough time. Clint, you're just saying that to get my hopes up. The question was in regards, what was the question? It was a very convoluted question that they somehow were using central control to access the sliders on a Behringer X18 using a Behringer One Touch or something like that. Anyway, there's a YouTube video on it. I'll send you the link. Need a report of all inputs into text or CSV format. That's one request I sent to vMix that didn't get set up. Yeah, I think the XML, the XAML file has that. You just need to go in and read it. Clint, it is easy. Do you hear audio? Then it's working. You don't hear audio? Then it's not working. It's simple. Couldn't be more simple. Of course, if you hear it twice, that means it's working twice as well. It's the .vmix file. Thank you, Joe. Yes. XAML is the old title designs. Yeah, there's a file you can read. And Joe Rich works for IBM and manages the entire southern hemisphere. As long as there's water within reach. You know who's done a lot of work with that, Rich, is John Mahoney at NeuralNet. And we need to get John on the show here soon and talk about that and talk about his Streaming Alchemy show and talk about the live-to-air software and hardware that he has. Yeah, it's good stuff. But Clint, tell me what you're interested in. I mean, are you thinking about the mobile stuff? Yeah. Oh, and make a note of this. Can I do it? Can I do this in my own broadcast? I think I can. Hold on. Yeah, here we go. So there is the code. And let's see, can we pull it up on... Yep. There we go. This is the code. Clint, make a note of that. Just make a note of it. Joe says this already has the code for reading vMix, the .vmix file. Well, is that a file that we can find? We need to find it. Oh, you know what else we need to do? We need to put the timer back down here, because otherwise that would tell us we only have 20 seconds. Yeah, what is the clock? The clock is number 12. So we can go into this one and add number 12. 12. There it is. Just got to fix the size. Okay, so there we go. So the show should have started 33 seconds ago. Well, I'm better. I feel better about that. Let's see. Let's save this preset. And yeah, let's go. Let's go. Is the purple button going to work? It worked. Well, hello and welcome to Streaming Idiots. I'm Tom Sinclair. Yeah. No, somebody asked me the other day, said, why did you name your show Streaming Idiots? Well, it came to me in the shower. And I thought, you know, when I first started out, I felt like an idiot because I was forgetting to hit record. I was forgetting to hit stream. I did this last week. I had the wrong output streaming for like 12 minutes while I was trying to explain something. I thought you guys were seeing one thing when you were seeing something else entirely. So, yeah, it's an idiot thing. But the idea is that we can get all the idiots together virtually in one place and share our idiot stories, and I'll at least feel a little bit better. Whether we get smarter or not, it remains to be seen. You know, I try to surround myself with people that are far smarter than I, and what happens is generally they walk away. But that's okay. That's okay. It really is okay. And I'm, you know, for all of you that walked away, it's right. I don't hold it against you. I understand completely. No, I'm just teasing. Actually, no, I'm not teasing. I'm telling the truth. Well, I might be telling the truth. Anyway, I digress. So I welcome to all the idiots all across the world who are tuning in either live or after the fact. You know, people are still watching some of the videos that we made like 8 or 10 years ago. Did you know next month will be the 10th anniversary of me, you and me, together, live streaming this stuff. We are the oldest continually running internet live streaming show about internet live streaming shows in existence. Not one that ever existed is running as long as we have continually in the universe. It's amazing. It says something for stick-to-itiveness or being too stupid to quit. Yeah. So really cool things happening today. I've got a demo of something that we've been working on for a little while. NAB kind of got in the way, and now we're back and working on it. And so I've set up a whole different setup, a whole different set in the other side of the studio there today. And it's what I would call a quick and dirty setup, which means, oh God, I didn't even get my little light on. There we go. There we go. That's my chin light. My chin light. There we go. So I have not tested it. Is the background loop supposed to be moving? Oh, you know what? It is. Hold on. Let's see if we can fix that. There we go. There are not many people that would have noticed that, Joe. Not too many people would have noticed it. Maybe everybody would have noticed it. I didn't notice it, but then I'm an idiot. No, we've been working on this project for a while. In fact, we've been working on it for years, but finally come to the culmination. And it's a simple concept. You take a capture card, like a 4-port capture card, and you put it in a Thunderbolt chassis, and you plug Thunderbolt into it, and you, on your laptop or your PC, wherever the Thunderbolt connects, you have the drivers for the capture card, and you enable Thunderbolt, and then vMix will see this 4-port capture device that's attached to your PC by Thunderbolt. And I've been searching for the longest time to find a footprint that was more acceptable, because the big chassis, they had fans and they were great, and you could do lots of things with them. But I wanted something, small, a small appliance that we could work with. And so I've got one. Let's see. Do we have a shot of it? Yeah, here we go. We're going to go over to this station in just a second. But you can see, let me get this lower third out of the way here. You can see there's a laptop. We've got the output from today's show as one of the inputs on that laptop. But nearer to you than the laptop, you can see a little gray device with some cords plugged into it. That's it. It's not very large at all, and that's what we're going to be talking about and showing here in just a second. So that's going to be cool. And you know what? I should have changed that. Can I change that? Can I do this? Do I have enough sense to do this without breaking everything? Let's see. What I want to do is I want to put the QR code that was just up there as a link to the thing that we're talking about. Where is the store? Bear with me, just bear with me just a moment longer. Just a moment longer, please. Please. There we go. That's that. And then we want to go to graphics. We want to go to title editor. We want to go to QR code. And we want to change the QR code. And then we can put this guy back up there. And that's the QR code that will take you to that product on our website. And we'll come back to that in just a minute. But let's go over there and take a look. Now, this is going to be a little tricky because I've got a lot of moving parts here. I've got to be able to switch cameras from over there as well as from here. I got to be able to switch mics from over there as well as from here. Fortunately, I have with me my handy dandy XK80 X-Keys device, complete with Post-it notes to remind me that this row of blue buttons here that I routinely program for whatever I need during the course of a show, basically with vMix shortcuts. I've got numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4 set up for different things, and then I've got 2 buttons over here that either mute this mic here, so 1, 2, 3, and then I can punch the same button and it will mute me again. And then on the far side of the studio, you can barely hear me. That's the other mic. And I didn't have time to set up some triggers. That would have made sense, you know, a trigger, let the trigger do the work for you, that kind of thing. So yeah. So let's move across the way, and we're going to take the X keys with us. And I'm going to move, and then I'm going to switch cameras. And actually, yeah, I'm going to move, and then I'm going to switch cameras. So let's see. Let's see if this will work. First of all, we're going to switch mics. So I can know that the mic has been switched. It has been switched. Okay, now we're moving over to the other side. And then, heck, let's see. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Boom. And is that shot live? Yeah, it is. It is live. I can tell it's live because right there and right here is my vMix output. And I just happen to have this camera right here, which is my main studio camera, NDI, into my PC setup. Is that mic working? Check, 1, 2, 3. Check, check, check. Hang on. Let's double check. Yeah. Okay. There we go. There we go. I should have done a multi-view maybe. Anyway, so yeah, so we got mic overhead, camera here, camera 1. Actually, that's camera 3. And then that is camera 2. So let's see. This is camera 2 right here. So that's camera 2. And this is the device I was telling you about. And I'm gonna disconnect it so we can hold it. So I'm gonna take power out. That's power cable. I'm gonna take Thunderbolt out, and I'm gonna disconnect the cameras for just a second. And hopefully these cables don't run away. But I want to show you this device. You can see based on the size of my hand that it's not very large. It's got rubber feet on the bottom so it doesn't slide around. On one side, it's got 4 HDMI ports. On the ends, it has nothing. And then on the side opposite the HDMI ports, it has power. Power. It has a display port. I haven't tested that one yet. And then it has 2 Thunderbolts. So you've got a Thunderbolt in, and then you can daisy chain off of this with your second Thunderbolt. So let's put it all back together again. And the entire case is the heat sink. So the case is warm to the touch. We're going to go back to, the ports are not numbered. They ought to be numbered. Let's go back here. And then we'll hook up Thunderbolt there and power there. And then let's refresh our vMix so that we can pull all that in. I'm using version 29 here. I need to update that. And I'm just going to go to last right here and bring in whatever my last preset was. Come on. There we go. Loading the preset. And so I've got camera number 3 is going to be this one. And then, oops, did I do that right? Yeah. Camera number 2 is going to be this one. No, I didn't do that right. Sorry. Let's try again. 1. Oh, no. Let's try that. There we go. That's the camera I was trying to get. Sorry about that. And then we'll go back. So we can just go back and forth between those two. Okay, got it. Very good. So yeah, that's it. It's not cheap, but it is the right tool for the job in so many cases. It's $9.95, $9.95, but with the promo coupon, with the coupon Bolt 4 promo, you get $200 off between now and next show. And I'll put that what do you call it, that promo code in the notes for this video, and also in the chat. I think I put it in the chat a little while ago. It really isn't much to it. It's great. It's 4 1920 by 1080 progressive up to 60 frames a second. Now, one caveat with this, and as you know me, I want to give you full disclosure, the good stuff as well as the bad stuff, so that you don't have any surprises if you get something like that. You're making your decision based on as much information as possible. I've noticed that there is slightly more latency with this little guy than there would be with a capture card installed inside a PC. And I attribute that to, to the Thunderbolt connection. And now, by more latency, what do we mean? Instead of maybe 50 milliseconds like we might expect with an SDI card, this one goes about 80 milliseconds. So an extra frame. If you figure 33 milliseconds per frame at 30 frames a second, 50 is 1 3/4 frames. 80 is going to be 2 7/10 frames or something, whatever it is. So slightly more latency. Definitely would not work for iMag, but most capture cards and vMix don't work for iMag anyway. The best I think I've been able to get is 123 milliseconds of latency. And I'd like to cut it down to under 90, under three frames. I think otherwise the lip sync gets a little wonky. Let's see. So and I'll have to find out about the DisplayPort, and maybe you can hang a monitor off of this. If I had a DisplayPort monitor really handy, I would give that a try, but I don't. So, I mean, I've got one. It's just not that handy. But I'll try that and let you know. What else? Well, we have them in stock. So if you're thinking about a portable setup for the fall for football, this is going to be a good solution if your cameras are HDMI. Now, if you've got a mixture of HDMI and SDI cameras, then use the SDI absolutely for the long run and put an SDI to HDMI converter, right here, or right next to it. And then a little short, very, very short HDMI cable between the two of them. It does require power. So this is a little brick, little AC/DC converter. And yeah, it's pretty simple. The driver comes with it, either on a little teeny thumb drive, or I'll send it to you by email. And what can I say? It's simple and it works. And it, we pay for simple and working. We pay for complex and working. In fact, some of us pay for complex and not working. But this is simple and it works. And yeah, it's cool. It's cool. So I'm going to go back over to the studio, to the control room part of the studio. And let's see if we can switch cameras back there. Whoops. Let's try again. Don't get dizzy. And microphones. So let's see if that works. All right, here we go. All right, so let's see if we've got some questions here. Marie says a small appliance to disappear in the box among all the other cables. That's true. That is true. But if you're working in a tight environment, you know, a folding table in the corner of the room kind of thing, or, you know, you're up in the press box where they've given you a little bit of stuff, it's nice just to have something that's footprint is only yay big. Yay big. The capture card manufacturer is a no-name company out of China. My guess is it's a knockoff of somebody else's device. The capture card itself that's inside that box is the same one that we build into our line of super budget machines. We've got a couple of customers that buy machines in large quantities, and so we put those in those because it's a low price point. And there we go. Simple is good, Bill. I agree. Simple is good. Simple breaks less easily, and when it does break, is typically easier to diagnose. Maybe not fix, but certainly to diagnose. Welcome, Ray B. Glad to have you. Glad to have you. I would have given my eye teeth for this device years ago when I wanted to do multiple cameras and just, you know, couldn't because I didn't have all I had was a laptop. And that's when I started looking into, you know, kind of creating this device. And we ended up at one point with I guess maybe a footprint about yay big. And it was serviceable. You know, it was serviceable. I think the chassis was actually a Thunderbolt 1 chassis, and so we had to convert it. We had a little cable converter that went to Thunderbolt 1. But this is good. This is Thunderbolt 3, so it's going to plug into any laptop that has Thunderbolt 3 connection or any desktop that has a Thunderbolt 3 connection, of course. And you can daisy chain off of it so that you can plug in other devices. You can plug in storage. You can plug in a monitor. You know, there are lots of options that you can do. So, for example, if you're in a situation where you've got a laptop and you want a two monitor setup, you can use the Thunderbolt port off of this as your second monitor. Or if your laptop has HDMI output, remember, if it's built into the laptop, it's not an input device, it's an output only. You could have 3 monitors, and that means you could have 2 monitors for your vMix production and maybe replay or something else, and then string a monitor over to the play-by-play and color guys so that they can see what you're showing the folks at home. So it allows you the flexibility of running 4 camera input and video output. And I think that display port will allow perhaps a 4th monitor. We ought to test that. Yeah. Marie says, yeah, there's never enough room when you're out streaming. Yep, I agree. Okay. I have a monitor over there in the corner. I think it is HDMI only. But I have a DisplayPort cable in the closet. So, hey, Otis, late to the party. Y'all tell Otis what's going on. So think of a happy song while I go check that monitor over there and see if it's DisplayPort. Maybe we'll throw something together real quick. Don't go away. Play a song in your head. That's it. I hear it. Okay, you're good. All right. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. I'm coming back. Coming back. Okay, good news, bad news. The bad news is it's not a DisplayPort monitor, but the good news is I think I have a DisplayPort adapter over here. So don't go anywhere. Well, I do, but it's buried in the bottom of the closet. Oh, well, doggone it. Well, we'll do an update on that one on a future upcoming show. So, Otis, what we're talking about is, let me go get the device. Don't go anywhere. Well, I'll go right back. Otis, we'll do it for Otis. Come on. Here we go. Here we go, Otis. We're changing mics. So now the mic, and then we're changing cameras. All right, Otis, so here's the deal, and for anybody else that arrived late, this little box right here, you can see based on the size of my hand how big it is. We'll take 4 HDMI inputs and send them to a suitably equipped laptop via Thunderbolt so that you have 4 cameras. Now, I've got 2 ports that are not connected. So that's 1, 2, and then 3 is this camera. Whoops, 3 is, well, I don't have my other camera. Hold on, let's see if we can get that camera over here. Yeah, there we go. So 3 is this camera, and then 4 is that camera. So I've got 2 of the 4 hooked up, and you see this extra input right here. This is just NDI coming over Wi-Fi to this laptop of the output that you're seeing, so I can make sure that you're seeing what I think you're seeing, which is not necessarily what's showing up here as output, because this is not going anywhere. Although it is kind of going, let's see. Yeah, there we go. So we've got a little full screen here that is a multi-view. So we've got preview, program, cameras 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then my output from the vMix. And I've just done an Alt Tab, and I can go back and forth between the vMix. So notice that the idea on this is if you're doing a live stream, you need a portable rig. This little device, we call it the Bolt 4 because it has 4 inputs and hooks up Thunderbolt, will be the job. It's $9.95, but there's a $200 coupon. It's called Bolt 4 Promo. No spaces, by the way. Bolt 4 Promo at checkout. On the other side of it, I don't know that we can see. Yeah, let's just disconnect it so you can see the full thing. We're going to disconnect everything. And I'm going to hold on to these ports so they might go away. On the other side of the box is power on the far right, display port, and then 2 Thunderbolts. So you've got a Thunderbolt in, a Thunderbolt out. Display port, which I think is going to give you a monitor. And then, of course, power is just a little AC-DC brick. Each of the ends are blank. Top is blank, bottom is blank. You notice there are no fans or vents, and that's because the case itself is a heat sink. So that's how it works out there. Let's go ahead and plug all this stuff back in. There. We'll plug in Thunderbolt. Let's plug in the Thunderbolt to the other one this time. And we'll do power. And then what do we need to do? Let's just refresh vMix. So we're going to turn vMix off. And we'll turn it back on again. And we'll go to last. Uh-oh. This is good. Your device ran into a problem, needs to restart. We'll be collecting some error info, and then we'll restart for you. 85% complete. So it didn't like vMix restarting right there. And we're not going to touch anything. We'll just let it do its thing and see what happens. Now we're on Wi-Fi here. This is a Thunderbolt enabled MSI. We're updating the system. Hope it's not to Windows 11, because I don't want to do that. This is a Core i7 with an NVIDIA. I think it's a, does it say what it is? NVIDIA, I'll have to check. I think it's a 3060. Over here, it says it has Thunderbolt 4, so excuse me for saying otherwise earlier. And you know, got a power brick, so it plugs in. Doing some more updating here. You never know what you're going to get. You never know what you're going to get on this show. Working on features, 44%. So this is good because you get to know the ins and the outs. That's the whole idea about the kinds of demos that I'm going to do, is because I'm going to show you what happens, because this is what happens. And we'll come back and we'll find out. Maybe Windows just needed an update. This is the first time I turned this machine on just a couple hours ago in maybe 2 weeks since before NEB. So maybe it just had to do an update. It had to do an update. All right, let's see where we are here. Working on features, 100% complete. Don't turn off your computer. Okay. We're still plugged in Thunderbolt. We're still plugged in power. We're still plugged in HDMI. In fact, that picture right there is from this unit right here. Oh, no, it's not from this unit right here. It's NDI from that camera, but that camera also is going HDMI to here. So there we go. That's the ticket right there. So it's the same shot, but it's not the same input. Not that input, right? Actually, it would be that one right there. Would be this camera right there. All right, still working on features, 100% complete. If it's 100% complete, why isn't it done? It doesn't look like 100% complete to me. Let's try this shot. There we go. There we go. That's right. It was kind of interesting trying to figure out how to get this shot right here with the green screen behind me and the black screen behind me, and also use the very same camera over there behind that green screen, and have that green screen also be keyed out. So one camera shot, the camera is keyed out. Another camera shot, the camera is not keyed out. Here we go. Looks like we're getting someplace here. So there we go. So let's start vMix again. Well, let's just go to Windows Updates. Since we're fooling around, let's go to Settings, go to Updates. And it says it's paused for updates. Okay, updates will resume June 9th. So maybe it didn't do a regular update. Let's start vMix again. vMix has repaired a corrupt configuration file. Please restart vMix to complete the repair. Aha. All right. So let's try again. Here we go. Now this is vMix 25.0.0.9. Excuse me, 29. So it's not the latest greatest. It's just 2 numbers out. But it should work just fine. All right, so we're going to open it. Let's do last again and see what happens. Last should load all 4 cameras, and then the input from vMix will come in. There we go. So we've got the cameras live, and we've got me live. And yeah, maybe it didn't like that we plugged into the other Thunderbolt port this time. But after a brief configuration, we are back in business. And we're going to do Alt-Tab. Oops, Alt-Tab. Yeah, that's the one I want. Oh, well, let's just minimize this one then. There we go. And so that's going to give us a multi-view preview program, cameras 1 and 2, which of course are not hooked up to anything, and then 3 and 4, which are, and then 5 down here is the output from vMix that's being streamed and recorded and coming into this laptop over NDI via Wi-Fi, just as kind of a confidence monitor for me, so that I know that you guys are seeing this. So yeah, so there we go. That's the deal. $9.95 in our store. There's a link in the website on the very front page of the website at Eastern Shore Broadcasting. And then in just a second, I'll put the QR code back up. But don't forget that there's a $200 coupon good through next week. Today's June 1st, so this will be June 8th. So the coupon for $200 is good for a week. And it's Bolt for promo altogether, one word. Doesn't matter whether it's upper and lowercase. Okay, let's go back to the other side. And we're going to switch cameras. We're going to switch cameras. There we go. And we are, nope, get back over there. And we're going to switch mics. Let's see if that worked. And we're going to go back to the main shot. There we are. There we go. And that will take you to the website, to the purchase spot. So there we go. Yes, Gary, the tension was palpable. What are my use percentages in vMix? Hold on. Don't go anywhere. I'll look. Yeah, I'm not streaming or recording, so there's not much. The PC is being stressed by. It was like 5 to 7% CPU total. Now that particular laptop has I believe it has a an RTX 3060 in it, so vMix will do a lot of processing on that. So. Yeah, not much percentages. That particular box is 4 HDMIs. 4 HDMIs. And yeah, and it looks good. In fact, we'll switch over to it. Can we switch back to that one? Yeah, there we go. And can we zoom in on it? We should have done that instead of walk over there. Hold on, let me find that camera. Yep, there it is. And we will go to zoom. And let's do a sharpen there. Yeah, there we go. Oh, and I forgot to mention that I had it set up for 60 frames a second. So, yeah. So 60 frames a second, render time under 10 milliseconds, GPU at 25%, CPU at 2%, total 4%. That's going to fluctuate as it always does. But yeah, so there we go. So let's switch this camera back to me. Switch this camera back to me. That was a good try. Let's try one more time. Oh dear. We adjusted the zoom speed. So now it's going to take forever. I mean the pan speed. And I can speed it up live, but there we go. Whoops. Can we do that? Nope, don't go anywhere. There we go. There we go. We're back. We're back. There we go. Working the bugs out live. That's right. Kenny Hampton, late arrival. Kenny, gee whiz. The manufacturer is a third-party, no-name Chinese company. You know, probably selling them off of the back of a golf cart in the market. Um, it is 4 ports HDMI, 2 ports Thunderbolt 3. We're running it on a Thunderbolt 4 laptop, but it was running great. 1080p 60 on the 4 HDMI ports. It's got 2 Thunderbolts, so one in, one out. It also has DisplayPort, which I think is for a monitor, and then has a power brick. So it's not powered by the Thunderbolt. Will the device pass through audio through the HDMI for each input? Should. Let's see. Let's check. Let's check. Let's walk over there. I think one of these cameras has a mic in it, so let's see if we can do that. Can we go back over there? Yes. Turn the green off. Make sure we got the right mic on over there. Okay. All right, so we want to know if we can get audio, and that's going to be the camera right there, number 3. So let's redo that input and bring in the audio portion of it. Camera 3. And we're going to take the audio from camera 3. I'm assuming that the mic is functioning on that camera. I haven't ever checked it. Looks like the audio is check, 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 check. Turn the audio mixer on. Turn that one off. That one off. That one off. Number 3 is going to be this one, so let's turn it on. Check, 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 check. It looks like it's got a place for audio down here, Kenny. I don't see it working. Let's pop into the see if we've got NDI tools on here. Nope, don't have NDI tools. So we don't really know what the, let's try 192 dot 168.70 maybe. One nine two dot 168. Nope, that's not right. 92. Where's our dot? Should be here on the keyboard. Oh, I see it's shared with the cursor key. Well, let's use that one. Dot 168 dot 1 dot 70. This is the P200. Okay, that's not the one we want. 192 dot 168 dot 1 dot 71 maybe. One sec. Let's just see. I mean, since the show's blown up anyway, let's just take a second and find out what that port is. Hold on. Here we go. Now we get That's port 133. So let's go back here, and it's not 71. It's 133. That'll be the bird dog interface, so we need to log in. The password is, don't tell anybody, BIRDDOG. All right, here we go. Now we want to see about audio. Would this be under AV setup? Oh, I bet it would be under cam control. Let's see. Cam control. Menu, zoom, focus, pan speed, tilt speed. Nope, not there. 3D, nope, not there. Preset, not there. Exposure, white balance, picture, color matrix, nope. What about AV setup? Audio output select, comms or loop, device restart, audio in gain, audio out gain. Yeah, I want to see that it's got audio that's working at the camera. Don't see that there. System, password system, update system, reboot, nope. Network, not going to see it there. And we don't have, this is the BirdDog P100, which says it has a mic in it, but let's double check the NDI tools for that. Sit tight 1 second, don't go anywhere. Still looking, hold on. Meanwhile, Kenny's going, well, look, it's not that important, but it is. I want to know. Because if you want to know, I want to know. I don't see an audio meter here. And I just, Kenny, I would have to bring me back over here to the desk. Get them. There we go. I'd have to experiment with a different camera that has audio in it. And I've got some here, but they're in a box, and I'd have to set up that kind of stuff. So I'll have to check. I think it carries audio. It should. It's HDMI. But I will, I'll post that in the show notes for sure. And Kenny, I will send you a note directly. We're given a 1-year warranty on this. Since it's from a, kind of an unnamed, unknown source, it's going to be a money-back warranty. So if at the end of the year, if during the course of 1 year, if you have any problems, you can return it. I think the website says no returns, but I'll edit that out. And Kenny alone, if you would like to try one, just shoot me a note and let me know, and I'll send you one on trial. Yeah. Yep. And you can play with it. I think it's a cool little device. I think there'll be a lot of folks that will benefit with it. Well, that's going to wrap up the show, and we're going to go to the post show. So stick around. Okay, sorry about that. Hold on a second here. Let's see. All right, I was checking real quickly while we were going back to whatever it was we were going back to. Oh, yeah, while the show was closing, to see if I could find a HDMI camera real quickly. Nope, no such luck. Then I was going to say, oh, well, maybe I could find an HDMI, a mic port on the back of the camera and take audio into the camera, but I can't lay my hands on a cable that quickly. So I'll have to do some more checking on that. But we'll check on that. We'll also check on that cool little DisplayPort output there. So it doesn't have an HDMI output, but it does have a DisplayPort output. And it'll be interesting to see. I think the DisplayPort output is just a Thunderbolt function. I don't think it has anything to do with the capture card function. So, oh, you know what? I could take this audio right here. Oh, wrong. Oh, well. It needs to be male on this end, not female. Oh, well. I'll figure it out, and I'll let you know. I'm betting there's a better than even chance that it will accept audio. I probably should find the spec sheet on it, which is not handy either. So, yeah. Oh, Kenny's thinking the DisplayPort might be a multi-view of the box. Well, now that would be an interesting thought. So which could I get easiest? The cable, the camera, or a DisplayPort adapter? Hold on. Don't go anywhere. Okay, I have found a DVI to DisplayPort adapter, and I have a DVI monitor over there. So let's go play with that for just a second. And we'll check. So, switching mics. Yeah, now we got the right mic over there. Switching cameras. All right. Let's see here. Monitor. DVI. Cable. Power. Oh, already had DVI on the end of it. How about that? Well, that's cool. Smarter than I thought. All right, let's go into power here. And let's get our vMix screen back here. There we go. All right, we don't need that adapter. We're going to take this adapter and we're just going to plug it in. See what happens. Let's turn the monitor on. Can you see that monitor? Let's bring it over a little bit. There we go, so we don't get too much glare on it. And DVI no signal. Getting a little craziness here. All right, looks like it's smoothed out. Looks like it's just a second monitor on the PC. So let's go here and set it up for dual monitors. I'm not going to duplicate. We're going to extend. Keep changes. So we'll bring vMix up here. And we can do our set settings to say full screen 1 is on display 2. So when we go full screen, that should give us, yeah, there we go. So now we've got, this is coming out of the Bolt 4. We've got the HDMI going to DVI, going into the monitor. So it's coming as a second screen, essentially. And this multi-view is just what vMix is outputting. This is not a multi-view from this box. This box is just simply acting as a monitor, as an extra monitor. Yeah. Now, if there were just a way to answer the question about audio, we need an output. I don't know that I'm going to be able to do that right this minute. And I don't want to take a lot of your time. And I've got a couple of systems we'd like to get out tomorrow that need to be worked on today. So let's go back over to the desk. There we go. And we'll go back to the post-show. There we go. And we'll take that off. There we go. So, yeah. Even if it's just another monitor, it could be quite useful. Yeah, you can't have too many monitors. Holy cow. I agree, Jan. And Tim, we are going to have to fine you. Not find you, but fine you if you're late again. I'm warning you. All right, so the question that we need to find out for Kenny is audio pass-through from HDMI. And I've got 2 HDMI cameras connected to it right now, neither one of which have microphones. Although the BirdDog P100 has got a little thing on the front that says mic, I can't see that that's where you can turn it on or turn it off, so I'm going to have to dive into that. But I think I don't want to have a learning curve on that. This BirdDog has a line-in jack, and so if I can take a line out of my Behringer UMC 404 HD audio interface, take a line out, probably just the headphone out. And what I need to plug in there is probably going to be a stereo 3.5 millimeter, which I've got 3.5 millimeter female available, but not male. So I need a male-to-male cable. And I think I've got one in a box somewhere. So we'll have to check. We'll have to check. So Kenny and Jan are on the same page. There we go. All right, guys. Well, the promo code, let's see if we can find it here. The promo code, here it is Bolt 4 promo, and that'll get you $200 off the listed price, shipped free in the U.S. If you want one overseas, shoot me an email. We'll figure out how to handle that. We can probably work that out. But thanks. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me today. It's been a lot of fun. And, we're just kind of doing, I won't say stupid stuff, but idiot stuff. yeah, that's it. We're doing idiot stuff today. So I loved having you guys hang out. And we'll do this again sometime. And if you've got questions about this, oh, you know what? There are lots of other people out there that would really benefit by the Idiot Show, the Streaming Idiots. And one of the ways that you can help that happen, if you would, is to do the YouTube like thing. You can subscribe, that's great, if you haven't already. But the YouTube like thing kind of helps elevate these videos so that more people can see them. And it's not that they need to buy this Gidgy gadget from me, but that they just need to get more information about live streaming. And, maybe this is a tool that'll help them, maybe not. I don't know. So we'll find out. Oh, here's another comment. Let's see. Oops. Let's catch up with the comments here. There we go. Jan, I've never really appreciated having a dedicated studio. I shot it 15 minutes before, and I'm live 10 minutes before start. Yeah, having a dedicated studio is the bomb. It really is. Of course, I used to have one at home. And then that was a spare bedroom. And then I took over another bedroom. And then I moved out into the hall, took over that. And that's when Sandy said, nope, it's not going to happen. You're not going to take over my house with this streaming nonsense. I don't think she said nonsense, but nevertheless. She said, you need to find somewhere else to put this. So, here we are. Yeah. Yeah, well, my CEO booted me out. She said, not here, dude. So this is what we're left with. Can I show you? There's been some changes. Let's see if there have been any substantive changes in the studio here. So let's do this. Let's go here, and then we'll do that. And then we'll control the camera. So let's zoom out a little bit so you can see my station. And it's not the best green screen in the world, but hey, it works. And we'll slow down the zoom speed a little bit. The pan speed. So now you're looking to my right. There's the microphone. And below that, I don't know if you can make out these two little boards, little soundproofing boards, because my server is right down there. Yeah. And we go a little further that way. You can see big screen TV that I use as a confidence monitor. And then there is the little set that we were on just a second ago. That's as far as that camera's going to go that direction. So let's spin back around. And back there, that's just shelving, but that section behind the green screen here, right around the corner, that's the workshop. And behind the partition. And then, there's a little storage there kind of in the entrance. And then we're back around to the studio per se. Nothing fancy, but it gets the job done. So, yeah. Oops. There we go. Pretty cool, huh? I like it. Oops. There we go. All right. Guys, it's been a treat. I'll see you next week. And hang in there. Let's see. Can we get out of this thing graciously now somehow? Yes, we can get out graciously. Here we go.